Okay, good afternoon. I want to thank you all for coming to this Lunch and Learn, specifically set up to discuss some exercise issues. As most of you know, about a month ago, Nancy did a cooking class to help with the nutritional side of the weight loss campaign that we're running, and so we thought it would definitely be smart to have an exercise component, seeing as how both go hand in hand. So we'll be talking a little bit about the fundamentals in terms of how exercise can help you reach your weight loss goals. And then Matt's going to come and actually demonstrate some basic routines to give folks ideas on just how simple and easy it is for you to get your strength training workout in. I want to take a few minutes to start out by just talking about weight loss in general. I mean, we all know that weight loss is something that people find very difficult to do for the most part, and there's a lot of myths out there about what works and what doesn't work, both nutritionally and exercise. And so I just thought we'd break it down to its fundamental issues, and we'll talk about calories to start off. As most of you know, calories are what puts weight on you. If you burn more calories than you consume, you're going to lose weight. If you consume more calories than you burn, you're going to gain weight. And that's really it. And so with that, I'll see you later, and you guys can enjoy lunch. That's basically the bottom line. So obviously with exercise, the goal is to try and burn more calories than you're consuming. There are several different types of exercise: aerobic exercise, anaerobic exercise, and then stretching is also a type. Aerobic exercise, most of you are familiar with, just about getting your heart rate into a certain target heart rate range for a specified period of time. That helps to burn extra calories as well as improve cardiovascular strength. Anaerobic, you might not be, aerobic is in the presence of oxygen. So you're exercising at a point where your body is able to maintain the oxygen supply to the muscles to be able to keep you supplied there. Anaerobic is the opposite in that they're quick, short bursts of activities that actually outpace the body's ability to replace oxygen. So you're working in an anaerobic state. So things like weightlifting and sprinting and interval type training are examples of anaerobic training. And then, of course, stretching. A lot of people don't see stretching as an exercise, but it really is. It improves flexibility, improves range of motion, but it also burns calories. So a very routine stretching exercise can burn a significant amount of calories for those who are newly exercising. So again, let's talk about the calories. Go back to calories. There's approximately 3,500 calories per pound of body weight. So again, the basic idea is once you're in a negative energy balance, once you've burned more than 3,500 calories more than you've consumed, in theory, you lose a pound of body weight. That's the idea. That's the goal. And so for those of you who watched The Biggest Loser finale last night, some people lost 54% of their body weight, some people 150 pounds. They were losing 12, 13, sometimes 22 pounds at a clip. So you can see the kinds of calories that they were burning, but you also saw the kinds of workouts they were doing. I mean, there was some pretty intense strength training going on there. We won't be talking about any of that because you don't have to get that extreme to get a good, efficient exercise program that's going to help you burn calories. And so let's talk about what gives your body calories. Again, this is a little bit of a refresher from the nutrition side, but I think it's important to go over. Remember, calories only come from macronutrients, that being protein, carbohydrates, and fats. Alcohol also contributes calories, but since we hopefully don't consume alcohol on a regular basis, we won't talk about that much. But those are basically the sources of calories. So when you consume those macronutrients, you are getting calories. Remember, vitamins and minerals and those kinds of things don't provide calories, so you don't need to be concerned about those in terms of the number of calories that you consume. So how much? How many calories is a gram of fat? Well, each one of the macronutrients provides a different amount of grams, number of calories per gram. Fat being 9 calories per gram, alcohol being 7 calories per gram, and carbohydrates and protein being 4 calories per gram. So if you eat a diet that's high in fat, you're going to be getting a lot more calories per gram. So that's why we always talk about low-fat diets. A diet that's rich in alcohol, again, is going to provide you with a lot extra calories that are going to add some weight to you. So again, the bottom line is to exercise to the level at which you're burning more calories than you're taking in. And so A lot of people have this misconception that you have to go into the gym and clang dumbbells around for 2 hours to get a significant amount of workout in to be able to burn calories and lose weight. And let me make one more key point here, and I'm backing up a little bit. And there's really no two ways about this. In order for you to succeed long term in terms of your weight loss goals, nutrition and exercise must go together. You can't have one without the other and be successful long term. You'll hear about people doing starvation diets where they significantly limit the amount of calories that they're eating. Yes, you will lose weight that way, but you won't be able to sustain that kind of an approach for very long. So what happens? You might lose weight for a couple of months, but as soon as you begin to eat the calories again, you begin to gain all the weight back. Partly because as you deprive your body of calories, your metabolism will actually slow down to accommodate the less calories. So if you go back to eating the same amount of calories you were doing before, your metabolism is slower now, so you're going to pack on weight even faster. So that's that one approach. Then you have the other side, people who eat anything they want and go to the gym 3 or 4 times a week and expect to maintain their body weight. And again, to burn 1 quarter-pounder meal at McDonald's, you may have to walk for 6 hours to burn off something like that. So it's not realistic to suggest that you're going to be able, the average person, to be able to burn off just whatever calories they consume. So exercise and nutrition must go hand in hand in order for you to be successful long term. So we talk about aerobic activity. A lot of people know about that. It's, again, getting your heart rate up into a specified range. 55 to 60% of your maximum heart rate would be a good goal. And you sustain that for 20 or 30 minutes, and your body burns calories, obviously. You also continue to burn calories for several hours after you're done with your aerobic activity. So there's some residual calorie burn that occurs after that. Strength training, again, people have a lot of misconceptions about strength training, that it's a lot of, clanging dumbbells. You have to be in the gym for 2 hours to be successful. What we're going to show you today, what Matt's going to show you, is how quick and easy it is to get, in literally 10 or 15 minutes, you can get a full body strength workout in that's going to help you meet your goals long term. I mean, and with very little equipment. As you can see, he's got chairs, he's got a pad, don't even really need the pad, just things you have around your home. And so the all or nothing principle of I've got to be in the gym, I've got to spend 2 hours, just doesn't, it's not applicable. So Matt's going to be able to show you how you can get that workout in. So I wanted to just cover the basics there. I'm sure I'm leaving out a lot of things. I'm kind of pressed for time because I want to make sure I give Matt time to show you, because I think with the crowd we have here, it's important to be able to just see the actual routines and see how easy it is for you to do the exercises with very little equipment and see how it can help you reach your goals. After Matt's finished, we'll have a little bit of a question and answer period. So you feel free to throw questions at us, and we'll be able to help you there. Also, one more tidbit. I'll keep going back because I'm kind of off my rhythm, but we talked about calories, and make no mistake about it. If you want to lose weight, you must keep track of your calories. Now, I say that, and Johnny's over there cringing, but that's the bottom line. You must keep track of your calories. Now, there's a couple of ways you can do it. If you're a person who eats a lot of plant-based foods, you don't have to keep track of as many calories as somebody who eats a lot of processed foods, because just by the nature of the foods, plant-based foods have very low calories. But if you're a person, like most of us, like most Americans, eat the standard American diet, a lot of processed foods, a lot of animal products, you will need to count calories. If you don't expect to be successful long-term in terms of weight loss. There are things on the internet you can go to calculate your basal metabolic rate, which, by the way, is the calories that you burn while you're at rest. You can plug in your height, your age, your gender, and your body weight. It'll tell you exactly how many calories your body burns just sleeping. You then factor in there how much exercise you do, and it tells you how many calories you need per day to sustain your body weight at your current level of activity. So there are tools you can use on the internet. I can't go into those in depth right now, but if you have questions about those, we can talk about that afterwards. You can follow with anybody in HI, and we can do that. So remember, the key to weight loss with exercise is it's regular, it's progressive, and you must keep track of the calories that you're taking in if you're going to be eating mostly a standard American diet, which we don't recommend, by the way. So with that, I'll go ahead and let Matt come up and do his portion of the routine, and then we'll follow it up with some questions and answers.